She cuts like butter. This is so cool. Hey guys, what's up? It's Nathan here at Goodview Woodworks, and today I have been trying to clean up my shop. It's a rainy day outside, and I don't know if you can see this, but my shop is still a mess. Started sweeping the floor and trying to get things cleaned up, but I got distracted. I was able to move my miter saw from this bench, and I made this little spot here so they could go here. That way I have more space to lay a board across, because when it was on the other side it was just so close that I couldn't get I couldn't cut an 8-foot board, so it's pretty annoying. I got a small shop, but I get some pretty big items out of here. So if you can see, it's here now. Don't mind the mess, it is messy. But I got some awesome news. The reason why I got distracted is because I'm going to open up my new 14-inch bandsaw. Here it is. It's a Rikon. Rikon 14-inch bandsaw right there. Now I went with this bandsaw because I was looking at a few of them online, and I know this is kind of embarrassing, but I've had this thing for a few months now, probably close to 6 months or more, and I've been trying to get that big slab table out that you saw before, so I didn't have any room to unbox it. But today I figured, why not? I'll go ahead and unbox it now. Well, I don't know if you saw that, but a wasp was chasing me. I hate them things, man. I'm gonna get him. Alright, so where was I? So scared of bees. Okay, so what I was saying was, I was looking at online. I was actually looking at a grizzly bandsaw because, you know, they're less expensive but still pretty nice. I mean, I don't need anything industrial quality. I mean, because I don't do this for a full-time job, just more, you know, like for a hobby. So the Rikon was similarly priced, and at Father's Day they had a sale going on, so I was able to get it for an awesome deal. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this thing, see what it looks like. Here we go. Trying to clean up my shop and I'm making a daggone mess. Looks like first thing we got when we unbox it, we got ourselves a nice push stick here. We got the guide rails, and we have the bed right here. It's exciting. Look at that thing. Big old blade on her. Oh, this is awesome. We got our fence right here. This thing is nice. It's out of extruded aluminum, so it's not super heavy, but really, really beefy. I'm guessing this is part of the stand here so that I can set this thing up. Yeah, so here are the legs for the stand. Instructions, 5-year warranty, pretty nice. Some bags of hardware here, and a bag of hardware. That's it. So this is kind of how it looks in the box. Get the motor down there. What I'll do is I'll get the stand put together, and I'll get you back when I'll come back, and once I get the stand put together and see if I can get this thing out of the box by myself. It's kind of a beast. Got the dang glue in the way. Alright, so I got the first leg on, and it's pretty easy. You got some carriage bolts right there, and they attach on the inside there. And there's only one way the legs can go on, because there's 2 holes on one side and only 1 on the other. So I'm gonna get the other 3 legs on, and we'll be right back. All right, we got this stand put together, as you can see. All right, so it was pretty simple. It was just these carriage bolts here, and the nuts were a 10 millimeter. So if you ever get one like this, just remember that, and that way you're not hunting for a socket the right size or whatever. So it's the 10 millimeter. All right, next step is to get this machine out of here and by myself and somehow get it up on that stand. Wish me luck. Look at that mean machine. Awesome. Thing is heavy duty. I don't know how I'm gonna get it up on that stand by myself. Ooh, she's heavy. Here we go. Holy cow, that sucker was heavy. All I gotta do is tighten them screws, and then I gotta assemble the table. All right guys, I'm back. I got the table temporarily mounted. Well, not temporarily, just the Allen head bolts just hand tight. That way I can adjust the table. And I'm gonna show you what I mean here. So here's the table. The table is mounted on the machine here, and we wanna make sure that, for one, the saw blade is perfectly straight up and down, which you can see it's not quite. You see that it's touching at the top, but it's not touching here at the bottom. So now that we got our ruler clamped on, I'm gonna measure the distance from this ruler to this edge here, and the ruler to this edge right here, and make sure that they're same. And because that I didn't tighten the bolts down under the table, we'll be able to adjust that. So once we get those 2 measurements set, I'll go underneath the table and lock the bolts down. Okay, I got it clamped up now. I don't know if you can see this, but if you see this gap right here, it's just a hair smaller than this gap right here. So my table is a little bit crooked. And I don't know if I explained it better earlier, but you want your ruler to be flush against the edge of the blade, because that's where you're getting your measurement from, is the edge of that blade. You want the edge of that blade to be exactly parallel to the slot for your miter gauge. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna twist my table just a little bit to get it locked down and straight. This up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. Got 4.5 right there. Down here. We got 4.5 right there. She is in there. Woo! Woo! Sorry about the rain. Is it really loud? Can you really hear all that background? I have a metal roof on my shop, and the rain is like super duper loud. So if I'm talking really loud, it's because it's really loud in here. Okay. Alright guys, my camera died while I was putting a few of the last pieces on, So I'll get you up to date here. So I installed the guide here for the fence. I also put the handles on here, the one at the top, and also the one right here. So that was all that was left, really. And so I adjusted the table so it's exactly 90 degrees from the blade, and now I have to set the tracking of the blade. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this here, and we're going to open this one here. Look at this cool little chart that it comes with. But essentially what we're going to do is while I spin the wheel here, I'm going to check the tracking, see if the blade is exactly in the middle of the tire, which it is. It seems to be riding right in the middle. It's not moving back anymore, so it looks good. The book says that it's preset, but it says to check it before you turn it on. It says a minimum of 3 spins, but as you saw me, I spun it a bunch of times to make sure that the blade's not gonna come off track while I turn it on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think next week I'm gonna go ahead and cut something on the bandsaw so you can see how it works. And until then, I will see you later. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, if there's some tips or something that you know that I don't when it comes to setting up a bandsaw, leave a comment down below the description. Also, in the description, I'll post a link so that if you want to check out the Rikon bandsaw that I got, you can. So that's it. That's all we got here. Here's the final picture of what it looks like. So there are a few things that are left over after putting everything on, a few pieces. One is this bolt. It doesn't say in the plans where this bolt goes. I don't know if it's an extra, but it actually is not listed. And also this is for, it's a guide for resawing, so that there's no blade deflection. So this is not used unless you are using the bandsaw to resaw lumber. Other than that, other than these two pieces, I used everything in the box and everything went really easy. I will say though that the directions were understandable, but just a little bit hard to read. Now, if you're not used to reading plans or assembly instructions, it's a little bit difficult. Nothing crazy. You'll still be able to figure out. You just may have to read it, 2 or 3 times. So that's the only thing I've come across right now. So I'm gonna get this area cleaned up, get my shop back in order finally, and I don't know what my next project will be on the bandsaw, but I can't wait to use it.